This is a reading from the Founder's Bible, and it's called Him Will I Honor, taken from 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 30. Several Bible verses affirm that the way we treat God can define the way He treats us. Yes, God is loving, gracious, and forgiving, and He regularly treats us better than we treat Him. But nevertheless, there are times when He responds to us in kind. For example, Jesus tells us, "Therefore, everyone who confesses me before men, I also will confess him before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I will also deny him before my Father who is in heaven." This is taken from Matthew chapter 10, verses 32 through 33. On another occasion, Jesus similarly declared, "For whoever is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, the Son of Man will also be ashamed of him when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels." Mark 8:38. In both cases, the way we treat Him is the way He will treat us. The Psalms likewise attest of God that with the kind you show yourself kind, with the blameless you show yourself blameless, with the pure you show yourself pure, and with the crooked you show yourself astute. Psalm 18:25 through 26. Founding Father Samuel Adams understood this biblical principle and addressed it in an article he wrote for the Boston Gazette in June 1780, explaining why the Patriots had taken up arms in the Revolution. He praised the officers and soldiers in the Army, especially Commander George Washington, offering a prayer on their behalf. He then reminded both soldier and citizen that God would treat them and the country the same way He was treated by them. May every citizen in the Army and in the country have a proper sense of the deity upon his mind and an impression of that declaration recorded in the Bible. "Him that honoreth me I will honor, but he that despiseth me shall be lightly esteemed." And this is taken from 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 30. If the people and the country honored God, He would honor them, but if otherwise, the opposite would occur. For more on the importance of not just individuals, but of the nation itself honoring and acknowledging God, see the commentary accompanying Proverbs 3, 5 through 6, and Psalm 9:17. The point made by Adams was also made in election sermons. The election sermon was a tradition that began in 1633 in colonies such as Massachusetts and Virginia and continued annually thereafter, including when the colonies became states. At the beginning of the legislative session following the regular elections, all state officials, the governor, lieutenant governor, cabinet, house, and senate, would gather in a joint session and have a prominent minister address the state government. In 1814, the Reverend Jesse Appleton, a distinguished educator and minister, was chosen to address the government of Massachusetts in their annual election sermon. He reminded the elected officials of their responsibility to be models of virtue and piety for citizens, charging them, "It is the immutable purpose of God that a people destitute of moral principles shall be neither free nor happy. We may therefore consider Jehovah speaking to us as He once spoke to Israel. Put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes. Cease to do evil and learn to do well." Isaiah chapter 1, verses 16 and 17. "Then honor me, I will honor, and they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed." 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 30. The founders understood that the same manner in which leaders and the people treated God is the way that He would treat them. Those who honored Him He would honor, and those who despised Him would become irrelevant. Likewise, the Apostle Paul knew well this same reality, but added this one element as a trustworthy statement. If we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13. As citizens, we must therefore work diligently, not only to publicly honor God in our own lives, but also to choose civil rulers who will likewise publicly honor God, for whether they do or not has a significant impact on every individual who lives within that respective city, state, or nation.